Okay, this is Battery Park in Jamestown, Rhode Island. This is a site of where the Rhode Island militiamen used to set up their cannons. They dug these ditches, so you see these hills right here, and they placed cannons in between. And those trees you see at the edge, they weren't there at the time, but they would fire their cannons at the British fleet as they would sail by on their way to Newport. They were trying to take over Newport. And in the early 1770s, before the Declaration of Independence, Narragansett Bay was a scene of frequent confrontations between the British Navy and Rhode Islanders. The British aggressively enforced their increasingly expensive customs and duties on the Rhode Islanders, aggressively resisted the British. In 1772, a group of Providence rebels captured and burned the HMS Gatsby. In 1775, the HMS Rose and 14 other ships shelled Bristol, while British naval forces regularly raided the coast and local shippings for food and supplies. In August of 1775, the Rhode Island General Assembly had most of Jamestown's livestock removed to relative safety in South Kingstown. Around this time, Jamestown resident John Eldred, it is said, placed a cannon between the two boulders overlooking the East Passage and fired occasionally at the British ships passing by. On December 10th and 11th, 1775, British mariners raided the small village of Jamestown. They burned almost all the houses along the Narragansett Avenue, made off with available livestock, and effectively drove much of the population away. In 1776, the General Assembly ordered 300 militiamen to Jamestown, and in May voted to employ a sufficient number of men to erect a fort at Beaver Tail upon Connecut to contain 6 to 8 heavy cannons. Shortly thereafter, on this site, on Prospect Hill, troops erected an unearthened gun battery with a commanding view of the West Passage. The battery, probably crescent-shaped, took advantage of both the height and slope of the terrain.